Hello everybody and welcome to our webinar this morning. My name is Sam Howie, this is Richard Kennedy.
Good morning guys.
And we're both from Re-Leased and today we're going to be giving you a webinar around 3 ways that commercial managing agents can win new business. A very topical theme and we're really excited about bringing it to you today. So just to give you a little bit of an overview, Richard and I have been in the UK for close to 4 years now. We've been working closely with managing agents, specifically around deploying technology and helping them retain and win new business. So we're going to be talking a little bit about what we've learned so far. So there are 3 key areas we're going to focus on today. Number 1 is around value-add services. What are some of the reporting and value-added services that our clients or that your clients are asking of the managing agents? What's new and how are these being delivered? The second thing we're going to talk about is around data and insights, okay? How can you use data to increase revenue? And third and finally, we're going to look at a tech strategy that you can deploy, an integrated technology strategy that you can then use to drive efficiency, streamline your business, and basically make you more efficient. So we're really excited about delivering this for you today.
Cool, thank you very much, Sam. Good morning, everybody. Before we talk about the future, I think it's really important to understand where we are today. So property management services have been the same for a very long time. However, there are now macro indicators that are driving us into the new era of property management. And I just wanted to touch on a couple of these indicators and perhaps that you can resonate with them or you're already familiar with them. So a big one for me is that 5 of the most valuable businesses in the world are technology businesses. And I find this to be astounding because only 20 years ago were they manufacturing businesses, electricity businesses or commodity businesses or an oil business, for example. So this is a huge proof point that people are consuming technology more than ever. Another point is that venture capitalists to date in 2019 have invested $20 billion into prop tech. So the market is consuming technology more than ever, and now prop tech has opened up as a niche where investment is being spent. There's a generational change, so you'll all be aware of this. There are young chartered surveyors and accountants coming into your businesses now, and they are demanding modern technology in the business because that's what they've grown up with. They didn't grow up with legacy software or spreadsheets, so to be able to attract this new talent into your business, you're going to need modern technology in your business, and to retain this high talent, you'll need technology in your business. So that's another key factor. What I'm seeing a lot in the market is that from spending time in the market over the last 3 years, businesses are actually adopting cloud technology now. So the majority have now moved to Microsoft 365 or cloud-based emails. 3 years ago, people had it. So people are starting to understand the benefit of having modern technology in the workplace. And just to put the nail in the coffin, change is the only constant, but change is happening faster than ever. So this isn't necessarily a technology, well, it is actually, but so you've got Amazon, Airbnb, and co-working. These have essentially changed the commercial real estate footprint in a very short period of time. So I hope you can see that the speed of change is very fast, and all indicators are leading towards technology adoption.
Thanks, Richie. And I think just to set the scene here, what we're going to be talking about throughout this webinar is your clients, landlords, asset managers. And one of the things we're noticing at the moment is that they're now reading about disruption. They're reading about things in the news, the Financial Times, that are threatening their portfolio. So for the first time in their lives, they're nervous about being disrupted. What's traditionally been commercial property very safe and secure is being disrupted. So some of the things we're seeing, WeWork, not only what's happened to them recently, but how they've reshaped the way that a traditional office lease in a term would be managed as well. We look at online shopping and how that's completely changed the high street or retail industry, how it's actually killing that industry. So they're reading about all of these things and they're nervous. So there's a big opportunity here for managing agents to look at them and give them confidence around these uncertain times, okay? So how can you be the trusted advisor? How can you improve your relationship and go to them with solutions when they're worried in the market. So that's a very interesting trend and something we're hearing more and more of. And it's a big thing that we're going to speak about, and it leads us onto the first part of this, which is how to generate value-add services and how to differentiate your business with these. Okay, so landlords and asset managers are now seeking new ways to engage with their managing agents. No longer can you just send them a monthly or quarterly statement. Okay, because that is a traditional way that you used to do it, and what they're used to now, what they want now, is live reporting. They want to be able to see a live overview of their portfolio. They want to log into a web portal. They want to go onto their mobile phone, and they want to see the live status and overview of their portfolio. Okay, so this is what we're seeing more and more. Landlords and asset managers ask of their managing agents, and it comes to around, or I guess it touches on flexible live client reporting, value-add services, and mobility, which are the three things we're going to cover in this section.
Yeah, thanks, Sam. I'll talk a little bit on flexible and live client reporting. But before we do that, I think for this session, it's really important to understand that we're talking about retaining your customers, getting new business from your existing customers, and then generating brand new business from new customers. It's important to understand that it's 6 times more expensive to win a new customer than it is to retain an existing one.
Exactly. So Richie, what's changing in this environment? What are some of the flexible and live reporting changes that we're seeing?
Yeah, sure. So if I can sort of relate to running Re-Leased, being the manager of Re-Leased with 4 or 5 different divisions, there is no way that I have the patience to wait for the end of the month or the end of the quarter for historical and static reporting.
Sure.
What I have in my technology kit is 5 or 6 modern technology solutions that allows me to have instant access and live reporting on dashboards. So any stage, if I want to go in and understand how the customer success team is going, I can look at information in the morning and make decisions in the afternoon. And that's, as a business manager and owner, that's what we're seeing that landlords are beginning to want.
Okay. We've just had a comment or a question actually saying that the sound quality isn't great. So we'll just move forward a little bit. Apologies about that. We've got a microphone here. So let us know if you do have any issues with the sound quality, and we can bring the microphone up nice and close. So thanks, Richie, for that. I think what we want to talk about now as well is some of the different services that we're seeing our landlords ask of the managing agent. So what's new and what are these services? So we've broken these into 2 specific segments. We've got our traditional property accounting, and that's collecting the rent, collecting the service charge, paying the expenses, and sort of sending them a monthly or quarterly statement. So that's what we would call the standard reporting. And then we've got now what we would call the management accounting services. So recently there was a regulatory change where the HMRC said that all of the VAT reports need to be submitted online. Okay, this is called MTD, or Making Tax Digital.
And I think, sorry, just to interrupt there, Sam, that I think it's very bold and forward-thinking of the HMRC to, although it might be a nuisance for landlords and businesses, for them to push this technology first initiative onto businesses. So the HMRC really understand this flexible and live client reporting, where they have, through pushing the VAT returns through technology, they have one single format, live reporting at an aggregated level.
Exactly. So what we're seeing here, guys, managing agents have been asked more and more to not only produce the VAT returns, but actually do the submissions for them. Okay, they want more detailed financial reports. They want trial balances, P&Ls, balance sheets. And all of this is not really new, but the technology that you use to deliver these services enable you, and really it's the difference between hiring more people and having the technology in place to be able to click a button and deliver this, right? So things like having a dedicated bank account, things like the finance team having the right technology to do daily reconciliations, to be able to provide their clients with payroll services, general ledger accounting. So we're finding in these uncertain times, landlords and asset managers are asking more and more of these services, okay? And it's really important to understand that the right technology is going to be able to help you deliver these.
Cool, thank you, Sam. So moving away from reporting, how are tenant services changing and the demands of those in the market?
So as part of providing live and flexible and real-time reporting to clients, and that also feeds into bespoke reporting, we're also finding that the way you engage with the tenants are changing too. Okay, tenants, businesses that occupy your client's premises, they are paying all of their bills online. They're engaging with smartphones and online portals. So the way in which a managing agent needs to engage with the tenant needs to represent that as well. So we're seeing in the market that there's more commercial property mobile applications, giving your tenants methods to be able to pay online by things like Go Cardless, Stripe, having a web portal, having an app, being able to share documents with them live, being able to let them report maintenance live, being able to communicate. So this is a service that we're seeing more and more being delivered to tenants.
I think that what that means is that if you as a managing agent can make the tenant's life easier, they are happier, and therefore the landlords are happier as well.
100%. So this all ties into the service you're delivering your landlords. Okay, and of course, when we talk about the tenant services, the critical thing here is reducing arrears, right? Ensuring you are collecting the rent and service charge in a timely manner, and that all loops into the service you deliver.
Thank you, Sam. So one point that we're going to talk about today that really differentiates managing agents from one another, I find this quite interesting, is when you're going into tender for new business, the technology platform that you can demonstrate to the prospect that you're tendering for you can differentiate yourself with technology. What are the guys doing in the market there, Sam?
It's massive. I mean, we're talking with managing agents that are reshaping the whole way they go to tender or go to market and having a tech strategy front and center. So being able to go to prospective landlords to say, guys, not only are you going to receive your quarterly and monthly statement, but actually you're going to be able to log in at any point in time, have your own dedicated portal to see a live oversight, or have a mobile app on your phone to be able to go and see exactly what the arrears balance is, what the rent roll is, what the lease event status is. So we're seeing more and more that this is a way, having this kind of modern flexible reporting method for your landlords is being wrapped up as a way to win new business. Okay, white labeling your software, being able to partner with other tech vendors to be able to go and win new business as well. And that kind of feeds in, Richie, to your next point, mobility. So do you want to talk a little bit about why mobility is important for
Absolutely. I'll just go back to finish off your point there. I think it's being able to differentiate yourself in that tender position is very exciting if you have that technological solution in your armory, but it's also very scary if you don't have it. So on mobility, 2 points for me. So two examples, I guess. The first one is that mobility enables the property manager to have proactive service with the client. So if you're out at a business park with your clients and you're looking at unit 2A, for example, and your client asks, hey, what's the arrears on this unit, or when is the break clause, and you don't have that information to hand because it's on a spreadsheet in your office, or you forgot to take the piece of paper with you from the car or the office, it means that you can pull up your mobile app with all the information on, and you can say, hey mate, the break clause is this, the arrears are this. So you're now providing proactive service as opposed to saying, hey John, sorry, I'll actually get that information to you tomorrow morning. I don't have it on me. So then that gives you the opportunity to sit down spend quality time with your client and work out how you can run their asset more efficiently. The second point is the fact that the landlord can have all of his or her portfolio information on an app is really important, and it's a huge differentiator because landlords are typically entrepreneurs. They become inspired in the weekend or after work, and they're thinking of ideas. How can they maximize their asset? And if they have to wait till the end of the weekend to contact you to understand when a break clause is on their lease, it's too late. The inspiration's gone. They need the information at their fingertips on the weekend or after work or any time that they demand.
Brilliant. And just to kind of reiterate here, guys, we're talking about a number of different points. We are going to be circulating not only this recorded webinar, but some slides or a document together which outlines these points as well. So if you're interested, we can share those with you. So just to summarize the first element, we've spoken about flexible live client reporting, how you can use that to be able to go and tender and win new business, and some of the value-added services with mobility there. The second area we're going to talk about, which is something we talk a lot about and don't necessarily interpret very well, but how can data drive insights and how can that increase client revenue streams? So Richie, you're a chartered accountant. What's so important about data?
Yeah, so I think if we go to the accounting principles of data, it's all based around completeness, accurateness, and timeliness. And you cannot have those three principles if you have decentralized spreadsheets that rely on human input or legacy-based software. There's just more margin for error, more margin for incompleteness, inaccurateness, and untimeliness. And the best businesses make decisions on data. So for your decisions to be of high quality, you need to rely on this data. So Sam, they're the principles of data that we should all sort of live and breathe. Why is it important for managing agents in a practical sense to have complete, accurate, and timely data?
So data is king, right? And there's three key points we want to talk about for managing agents as to how and why that's really important. Number one, having timely and accurate data is an opportunity for you to generate additional business upsells. So you're providing professional services, lease events, rent reviews, break clause services to your clients. We talk to managing agents all the time, the tech-focused ones who are using real-time tools to manage these, and they're showing their landlords and they're seeing how they're managing these, and they're being asked or being instructed to do more and more business. So not only is it a way that you're able to go and generate more of these professional services, but actually it's a great opportunity for you to then get the instruction for the ongoing management of a portfolio. We see it all too often, okay? So having live and real-time data to manage those key events. The second thing is around providing a great service, okay? So your landlords are going to want to see exactly what you're doing. They want to know that everything's done on time and in advance, basically. So having accurate data ensures that you're providing a quality service to your landlords, okay? And the third kind of thing, and it ties in from number two, is transparency for landlords. Team, we talked about a little bit earlier that clients want this live oversight. They want to have this real-time view of what's happening. And like it or not, it means you need to have more transparency with your clients. It means that you need to give them access to what's actually happening, what's been done. You're no longer is the environment where you can keep those cards to your chest. So it means that you're able to provide a great service and you're able to give transparency to landlords around what's been happening.
Absolutely. And if your data is strong, this is where you'll break away from your competition, I believe. 100%,
okay? And it feeds into the third point we're going to talk about here. And this is a really important one for managing agents and something we do all the time, but how can you create a tech strategy and deploy that to streamline and improve business efficiency? So this next point is all around a technology stack that you can go deploy and improve the workflows in your business. So Richie, let's start with the basics. What is a tech strategy?
Yeah, sure. So a technology stack is the combination of all the modern technology or old technology that you use in your business. So for us, it's all about leveraging technology to scale our business. And the same principle should be applied in your business. So the whole concept of technology is to have more output with less input. So therefore, you need to have this modern tech in your business. Particularly managing agents, your whole business is based around margins. So you need more revenue generating services without throwing people at the problems or without putting a brand new salary into your business. You need to be able to scale your business. So Sam, what are you seeing in the market around how modern technology can make your business more efficient?
Yeah, so we're seeing a couple of things that I want to talk about. And I just want to remind everyone that if you have got a question, please feel free to ask. We are happy to answer those as they come in. So the thing that we're seeing is that efficiency for a managing agent equals time that you can have back in the business to go out and win new business, to be more efficient and add value. Okay, so efficiency equals time for managing agents. And that all comes around to having a mobility in the business as well. So the biggest problem that are facing managing agents today is the lack of communication between the finance team and the property management team. If you disagree with that, let me know. But what we're hearing is that there is a breakdown at the moment, and this is the biggest problem in businesses, that traditionally systems or technology and managing agents are being used primarily by the accounts team, okay? You might be using something at the moment, it might be on a server sitting in your office or whatever it might be, and I bet you that 80% of that system is being used by the finance team. The problem with that is that the surveyors and property managers aren't meaningfully accessing that system. They're using spreadsheets to manage their lease events. They're using siloed systems. They're having to go to the finance team once a month to get the arrears report. They're not using the system, and there's a breakdown between the two teams. So how do you fix that? Okay. So the first thing is deploying a cloud-based system. So what does the cloud mean for those that are, to kind of start from the very beginning? The cloud in our eyes, or the cloud in our definition, is a web-based system that you can use on any device from any location anywhere. It's all in the cloud and via a web-based portal. The second thing for this is around mobility for the property managers. So giving your team a system that both the property managers and the accounts team are using means that your surveyors and property managers are on site. They're able to see a live view of the portfolio. They're bringing up a tenancy schedule, and they can manage all of the critical tasks there. And that's fed from the same system that the finance team are using. And what that means is the arrears balances are all up to date. It means that all of the supplier invoices are all in there as well. And it kind of brings me to my next point. I want to talk about a specific workflow that we see and hear about all the time that kills a business in terms of efficiency. So if we look at a workflow that touches both the property managers and the surveyors, a supplier invoice might come in. Most managing agents we deal with, that will come and land on their desk. It will get manually approved by the surveyor. It will get manually coded by the surveyor. That will then get physically put on the finance team or the purchase ledger's desk. They will then go and manually code that in the system. They will manually go and pay it. They will manually go and allocate that to a service charge budget and schedule. So what we've got there, if we're doing 400 or 500 supplier invoices a week, there is a huge manual resource that can be improved with technology straight away. So there are a number of vendors in the market that can go and supply you with online supplier invoice approvals. Being able to do things like OCR reading, where you can scan an invoice in, it can automatically allocate that supplier invoice to the right property, the right chart of account. So technology like that's available, and it really improves efficiency.
Yeah, I think if I can just jump in there, please. It's a really good example. So if you want to understand if your business is running inefficiently, there's a couple of indicators. One, that you see paper being walked around the office is a really strong indicator. Mm-hmm. Another one is that your business is using decentralized spreadsheets. Another one may be when someone in your team has to call up another one of their colleagues or email another one of their colleagues to get access to information. These are all strong indicators that you don't have modern technology in your business. Your information is decentralized and you don't have automatic workflows.
100%, and it all feeds into that breakdown between the two departments in a managing agent.
That's a big part.
And then when we talk about arrears, arrears reporting, having a live arrears indications are really important. I would say that a lot of managing agents today rely on their finance team to provide them with manual reports, and that's followed up by manual reminders, by email. I mean, there's a huge resource there. There's technology available in the market that, because both departments are using one system, it means that not only are the property managers getting this data live, but the reminders to tenants are automatic. Automating the email reminders, automating, the text messages. That should be done every day, every week, with the technology in place to drive efficiency, okay? And then finally, client reporting, okay? So how many people here, feel free to comment, but so many managing agents we work with are manually creating bespoke reports for clients. They're spending their own time, days, weeks, every month, every quarter, to do bespoke reporting, okay? It just can kill a business in terms of efficiency. So being able to reduce the admin time in creating manual reports, using technology to template and give your clients options in terms of the way they want to report on as well.
That's it. And I think just as we're starting to finish up here, the key point I want to make is that you as business owners or managers will all be on different stages of the technology adoption scale. So if you are at the start and this is all a bit daunting, it's really important to put this on your senior management's agenda. And you don't need to go from cold water to boiling water. You can start with ensuring that your emails are on the cloud. You can look at Xero, the accounting software, very easy to implement. Things like Receipt Bank. There are a lot of things where you can get small wins and really start to understand the benefits of modern technology. And if you don't have time to do that, or you don't quite understand, lean on experts. Do some Googling, speak with your accountant to get this in place. You have to keep up with the new era of property management, because although only a few of your landlords may be asking for this now, I can guarantee that the majority will be asking for this stuff in the next sort of 6 to 18 months. And also as a business owner or manager, it is very, very enjoyable having modern technology in your business. You have more control and you can improve your profits.
Yeah, and I think it's really important to understand, we've talked a lot about being able to provide your landlords with choice, the new ways that they're looking to get live reporting and engage with managing agents. So there's a whole lot of different things that we're seeing change. But don't get us wrong, there is a price tag for that. So we talk with managing agents that charge a technology fee to their landlords to recover the cost of this of the software that they put in place. We talk to managing agents that recover the cost of software in the service charge. And then of course, client retention. So traditionally, and I'm sure a lot of you will agree, that traditionally a managing agent wouldn't lose an instruction unless something goes terribly wrong. You know, there's a larger res balance, lease events get missed. But we are seeing more and more that landlords and asset managers are going out to market because the reporting isn't good enough. I've got specific examples I can give you where managing agents have lost clients because they're not on top of their data, they're not providing live reporting, and the landlords and the clients, they want new ways of engaging. So they're going out to market. So you've got to be aware that there is a shift happening here. And I suppose, you know, are you going to sink or swim, so to speak? But look, if anyone's got any questions, please let us know. We haven't got any that have come in yet, which is fine. But Richie, is there anything you want to finish up on?
Not so much. I guess one thing. Just my advice to all of you is to be aware of where you sit on that scale. If you're already adopting lots of cloud technology, fantastic. Keep going. I would double down on that. If you're at the start of your journey, start now. The sooner you start, the sooner you'll start to reap the benefits. So thank you very much for your time, guys. We'll hang around for a while to answer any questions that you may have.
Just had a question come in from somebody. Have you got any more examples of apps that you or other managing agents use? Yeah, we've got a number of examples. So if we talk about maintenance for a little bit, there are apps that like FixFlow in the market that are specialists for reporting maintenance and doing your scheduled and reactive maintenance. There are apps in place on the supplier and expensing side. So mobile apps like Receipt Bank, Expensify, iComplete that we know other managing agents use to manage a lot of their expenses and supplier invoices. So there are a suite of apps in the market. And then of course, you know, when we look at Xero, the accounting system, Xero, you know, who have changed the way that accountants and businesses run and manage their company accounts, you know, you can do things like see on your phone a live indication of what your kind of company performance is in terms of P&L and that kind of thing. I think we're just going to wrap it up there, guys. Look, thanks all for joining again. We'll look forward to talking with you soon. Have a great rest of your Tuesday. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.